Assalamualaikum students, I am Shiza Noor, your biology teacher, and I welcome you all to DPS online classes. Students, before we start our lecture, I would like to tell you the main objectives of today's lecture. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the main parts of ear. You will be able to describe the structure of parts of ear, that is external ear, middle ear, and inner ear. You will be able to explain the process of hearing in our body, and you will also be able to describe how does ear maintain the body balance. So let's start our topic, that is chapter number 12, coordination and control. This chapter is already under discussion. In the previous lecture, you have studied about the receptors in humans, and ear is one of the important receptor in our body. The main contents of our topic are structure and functioning of ear, process of hearing, ears maintain the balance of body. So let's start our topic, that is ear, its structure and functioning. The main function of ear is hearing. It helps us in hearing. It allows us to hear different sounds and voices around us. It also helps to maintain the balance or equilibrium of our body that we are going to discuss in today's lecture. Ear has three main parts, that is external ear, middle ear and inner ear. Here is the picture of ear, in which you can see the first part, outer ear or external ear. Here is the second part, which is called middle ear, and this portion is called inner ear. So these are the three main parts of ear: external ear, middle ear and inner ear. First of all, we are going to discuss about external ear. External ear consists of three important parts, that is pinna, auditory canal and eardrum, which is also called tympanum. Here is the picture of external ear or outer ear. The first part of external ear is pinna. In this picture you can see this portion is called pinna. This is the right point from where ear starts. That's why we can say it is external part of the ear. It is the broad external part that is made of cartilage and covered with skin. It helps to direct the sound waves into auditory canal, which is the second important part of external ear. So pinna, which is the external part of the ear and is made up of cartilage and skin, the main function of pinna is to direct the sound waves from outer environment into the ear canal or auditory canal. Auditory canal, which is the second important part of external ear, it is the passageway that leads from outside of the head right to the eardrum. So this passageway right from this outside area to the eardrum, this passageway or canal is called auditory canal or ear canal. There are some special glands in the walls of auditory canal which produces wax. Now what is the function of this wax? The wax and the hairs, there are some hairs also present in our ear. So the wax and the hairs in auditory canal protect ear from small insects, germs and dust that may enter into our ear. So the main function of wax and hair is to stop or to prevent the entrance of small insects, germs and dust into our ear. They also help to maintain the temperature and dampness, which means moisture of the auditory canal. Now the last part of external ear is eardrum, right after auditory canal. Auditory canal ends in eardrum. Here is the eardrum or tympanum. This thin membrane separates the external ear from middle ear. This portion is external ear that consists of pinna and auditory canal and tympanum, and right after this tympanum the middle ear is started. So this is actually a separation between external ear and middle ear. So this was all about the external ear and its three important parts. Students, now we will discuss about the second important part of ear, that is middle ear. Middle ear is a chamber right after external ear, and it consists of three important parts. Number one, middle ear ossicles. Three small bones that are also called middle ear ossicles are present in a chain in middle ear. These movable bones include malleus, incus, and stapes. In this picture, you can see that this portion is external ear, and right after eardrum, here is the middle ear. It consists of three small bones that are also called ossicles and named as malleus, incus, and stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone in human body. This is one of the important character of this bone. Right after these ossicles, there is a second important part of middle ear, that is oval window. Malleus is attached with the eardrum, then comes incus, and finally stapes, that is connected with a membrane called oval window. Look at this picture. This portion is external ear, and right after eardrum there are three middle ear ossicles, that is malleus, that is attached to the eardrum. Right after malleus there is incus, and after this there is stapes, that is connected to the membrane called oval window. Now what is the function of this oval window? Oval window separates the middle ear from inner ear. Just like the eardrum which separates the external ear from middle ear, in the same way oval window will separate the middle ear from inner ear. Now the third important part of middle ear is eustachian tube. Middle ear also communicates with the nasal cavity through eustachian tube. Here is the eustachian tube, the last important part of middle ear. It communicates with the nasal cavity in our body, and this tube also regulates the air pressure on both sides of the eardrum. Let's say, hold the fingers of your palm close to each other and place it behind the pinna. You can do this activity very easily. Then concentrate on a particular sound continuously having the same frequency which you are able to hear. Now remove the palm and concentrate on the same sound again. You will hear a difference between the sound. And this difference is because of air pressure that is being regulated by the eustachian tube. So these are the three important parts of middle ear. First of all, three bones, that is malleus, incus, and stapes. Number two is the oval window, and the last important part of middle ear is eustachian tube. Now we will discuss about the last important part of ear, that is inner ear. So students, inner ear consists of three important parts, that is vestibule, semicircular canals, and cochlea. First of all, the first part of inner ear, which is vestibule, it is present in the center of inner ear. As you can see in this picture, this is the tympanic membrane, part of external ear. Here are the ossicular chain, which are the part of middle ear, and right after this, inner ear is present. And in the center of inner ear is the vestibule. Three canals called semicircular canals are posterior to the vestibule. As you can see in this picture, there are three different semicircular canals. Number one, lateral semicircular canal. Number two is posterior semicircular canal. And the last one is superior semicircular canal. The third important part is cochlea, which is made of three ducts and wraps itself into a coiled tube. As you can see, it looks like a snail. It consists of three ducts that wraps in the form of a coil, and this portion is called cochlea. Sound receptor cells are present within the middle duct of cochlea right here. This is the middle portion, middle duct of cochlea, where the sound receptor cells are present, which means the cells that will receive the stimuli of sound. So students, this was all about the three important parts of ear, that is external ear, middle ear and inner ear. So students, now we are going to discuss about the process of hearing. The pinna of the external ear focuses and directs the sound waves into auditory canal. This pinna is responsible for directing the sound waves from our surrounding into the auditory canal. And as the sound waves travel through this auditory canal, they reaches the eardrum and produces vibration here. The sound waves strike eardrum and produce vibration in it. From eardrum, the vibrations strike the middle ear and produce further vibrations in malleus, incus and then stapes. So as the vibrations are produced here in eardrum, these vibrations will then move towards the middle ear and the three ossicles or bones of the middle ear, malleus, incus and stapes. Now, from stapes, the vibrations strike the oval window and then reach the fluid-filled middle duct of cochlea right here. Now the fluid of cochlea is moved and receptor cells are stimulated, which means now the receptor cells are activated to receive the stimuli of sound. The receptor cells generate a nerve impulse which travels to brain and is interpreted as sound with the help of auditory nerve. So first of all, the sound waves enter the outer ear and travel through the ear canal to eardrum. The eardrum vibrates with the incoming sounds and sends the vibration to three tiny bones in the middle ear, that is malleus, incus and stapes. The bones in the middle ear amplify the sound vibration and send them to the inner ear, or you can say cochlea. The sound vibration activate the tiny hair cells, or we can say the receptor cells in the inner ear, which in turn release neurochemical messengers or nerve impulse. Now the auditory nerve, which is present here, will carry the electrical signal to the brain, which translate it as a sound, and now we are able to understand that what kind of sound we are hearing. So this is an overall procedure of hearing that take place in our body. Now we are going to discuss about the soundless world. Students, the ability to hear or the sense of hearing is a blessing for all of us by Allah Almighty. A person who is unable to hear the sounds and voices around him is said to be deaf, and such condition is called deafness. It is a state in which hearing is not possible. There are several different causes of deafness. For example, the defect of eardrum, cochlea, middle ear ossicles or auditory nerve. These are all very sensitive part of our ear, and damage or infection to any of these may cause deafness. Infection in eustachian tube may spread to middle ear too. Eardrum may be damaged by an infection in auditory canal. All these parts are linked to each other. Infection into any of these parts may affect the other one. There are some other causes of deafness like excessive noise, strong blows on cheek, pointed objects entering in auditory canal, and attack from insects may also affect hearing. So we should be aware and we should protect our ears from all these kind of damage to avoid the loss of hearing. Students, now we are going to discuss about the main parts of ear that maintain the balance of body. And two important parts of inner ear that help to maintain the balance of body are semicircular canals and vestibule. First of all, the semicircular canal contains sensory nerves which can detect any movement of head. For example, if you are shaking your head, it will detect these movements. Number two, Vestibule can detect any changes in the posture of body. Posture means the way you position your body while sitting or standing. It will detect that change. The nerves coming from these two receptors reach cerebellum through auditory nerve, and this cerebellum will then coordinate the muscle movements. Here are the semicircular canals, which are 3 in number, and these are the vestibular sacs. And this is an overall structure of inner ear. Here is the vestibular nerve, which transferred the message to the cerebellum through the auditory nerve. Students, now we are going to discuss about the speed of sound during a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm is characterized by the presence of lightning and a thunder. You all have experienced lightning and a thunder on rainy nights or maybe rainy days. The lightning is caused by an electrical charge due to the movement of water droplets or crystals carried by wind within the clouds. It means the collision of electrical charges causes the lightning. The sudden increase in pressure and temperature from lightning will then produce a rapid expansion of the air. This expansion of air produces sound of thunder, which we are able to hear. The flash of lightning is followed after some seconds by a roar of thunder. It means we are able to see the flash of lightning first and then the sound of thunder. This time difference is due to the fact that sound travels slower than light. That is why we see the lightning first and then the sound of thunder. So students, this was all about the structure and functioning of ear along with the process of hearing, and we have also discussed about the maintenance of balance of body with the help of ears. Now we will assess our topic with the help of some multiple choice questions. Number 1, the smaller bone of human body is stapes, incus, malleus or femur. The correct answer is stapes. Number 2, which part of middle ear separates it from inner ear? Eustachian tube, oval window, stapes or incus. The correct answer is oval window. Number 3, which organs help to maintain the balance of body? Semicircular canals, vestibule, Eustachian tube or both A and B? The correct answer is both A and B, which means semicircular canals and vestibule. Number 4, auditory canal ends in pinna, cochlea, eardrum or stapes. The correct answer is eardrum. Now we will discuss about some short question answers related to this topic. Number 1, name the parts of external ear. In this question, you will write the name of parts of external ear, that is pinna, auditory canal and eardrum. Number 2, write down the function of auditory canal. In this question, you will write down the function of auditory canal, that it transmits the sound waves from pinna to eardrum. Number 3, name the 3 bones present in middle ear. You will write the name of 3 middle ear ossicles or bones, that is malleus, incus and stapes. Number 4, what are the causes of deafness? In this question, you will write down the causes of deafness which we have discussed in today's lecture. Number 5, how do ears maintain the body balance? In this question, you will write down the name of 2 parts of ear that maintain the body balance, which means semicircular canals and vestibule. You will also write their function. Now let us discuss some long question answers related to this topic. Number 1, describe the structure of middle ear. In this question, you will write the complete structure of middle ear along with its diagram. You will write the 3 main parts of middle ear and their function as well. Number 2, explain the structure of inner ear and process of hearing. In this question, you will write the structure of inner ear first along with its all parts and diagram, and then you will write the complete process of hearing which we have discussed in today's lecture. So students, this was all about today's lecture. I hope you are clear with all the concepts. Thank you so much for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.